Toastmasters. We've all seen those on TV. Thigh Masters. Shake weight. And unless your blender is broken and you have to hold on the weights, I cannot figure out why a shake weight would ever be a functional exercise. But it's out there. Toastmaster, fellow members, watching late night TV would have you believe that you need to put in a lot of money in these very weird gadgets in order to get healthy. And that's just not the case. Even if you don't go in for those weird things that take a lot of room to store. Some of them you have to roll under your bed, or where do you put the ab roller? I don't know. I would use it probably as a drying rack for my clothes, honestly. But even if you go for the more normal barbells or dumbbells, or my toys of choice, which are kettlebells and sledgehammers and tires, that still requires money and a place to put it all. So it puts it out of the loop for most people. And the thing is, right now, no one has a whole lot of extra money right now. So for a lot of people, even a gym membership is out of the question. And even if you're able to have a gym membership, most of the time we get waylaid by the simplest. Our kids get sick, so we have to stay home with them. Gas prices are skyrocketing. We might not have enough money to get to the gym and back and still get to work and back. So what do you do when that's the issue? When you either don't have a membership or you don't have the equipment, but you would like to try and stay healthy. Luckily, all you need is this, your body. People sometimes think when I say we're going to do a bodyweight exercise this week, people at first, if they've not trained with me, they get all excited because they think it's going to be really easy. The thing is, bodyweight is very challenging. I don't know about you, but I weigh a little more than your average dumbbell. And so when you're doing movements that require you to be moving your body weight, that's very challenging. And while you can modify them, it's still moving a whole lot more weight than in other circumstances. And what stops most people from trying to do it at home is the fact that they don't know the right form. And the thing is, if you don't have your form right, they're not as effective, the movements aren't as effective, or you can get hurt. And that will just shut things down completely. So today I'm going to quickly show you the proper way to do 4 basic exercises. A good exercise incorporates a lot of different parts of your body at once, compound movements. In real life, your body doesn't move in isolation. There's really not a whole lot of call in the real world for this. Okay? There is a lot of call for getting something, picking it up, and putting it up on top. Okay, so you want to train your body the way you move it in real life. This is one of the things that's going to keep you out of a nursing home with someone wiping your butt at 85. That should be your main training goal. Okay, not for aesthetics. We all do it. We all want to look good naked. We're not going to lie. However, you also want to be ambulatory when you're 85. You know, your kids are finally gone. Enjoy the time. You need to be able to move. First one is a sit-up. Why am I going to start with a sit-up? Because most people do it wrong. And a couple things. When you exercise, we're used to hearing breathing is very important. You exhale as you move the weight up. You inhale as you loosen it, so the muscle gets loose. So, and that's very important. If you go to a class, they always make sure you're breathing right. You don't want to do that in a sit-up. Why? Because there's no eccentric and concentric part of the exercise. The muscle's working the entire time as you go up and as you're controlling your descent down. So what happens, most people, they'll inhale as they go up, and then they exhale as they go down. But what that's doing, while you might want your biceps nice and big, no one works out and says, I want a swole tummy. No one does that, right? So how you do that is you need to make sure you're breathing right. So when you breathe in a sit-up, you basically inhale at the bottom of the movement, and you don't breathe. There, you breathe at the bottom, okay? And it might take a while to figure that out, but you want to practice it, and that's going to keep it nice and tight. The other thing you don't want to do is I see a lot of people that put their hands behind their head and they pull up. So look at mine right here. My neck is totally out of alignment, okay? And I'm like pulling myself up like this. You want your neck muscles to hold your neck straight. You don't want to be like, I've heard some people say, pretend you're holding a tennis ball. No. You want your neck as straight as possible. Let your neck muscles do what they were designed to do, which is hold up your head. Okay? Your arms can be here. Your arms can be here. You sit up. Chest to knees. You lay down. Shoulders and head on the floor. This is not Correct. You don't help yourself up. So that's a sit-up. Next thing is a squat. Squats and lunges both have, I'll do those in order because people make the same mistake with them. They tend to, this is wrong, they tend to come forward. So watch me from the side. Boom. So see how my chest is leaning forward onto my thighs? You don't want to do that. Okay, you want to keep your abs tight, and you want to act just like there's a chair behind you. Okay, your feet are going to be hip width. People do two things wrong. They either assume their hips are like really small, or they assume their hips are really big, but they very rarely assume their hips are what they actually are. So basically, bring it straight down, widen that out. Why? Because if your stance is too shallow, where's your butt going to go? You need to have that so your hips open up and your butt can drop right down in there. Okay? And then just sit back, boom, just like you're sitting in a chair. Use your arms, boom, to counterbalance. Okay? When you push up, you're pushing up through your heels. Boom. Why? Pushing up with the heels puts that workload in your butt. Pushing off through your toes puts it in your calves. My butt's bigger than my calves. If I'm moving my body weight, I'd rather do it with my butt muscle. Same thing with lunges. Take a step forward, up on the ball of your foot, and you don't bend forward, drop straight down. Boom. Just like that. If your range of motion doesn't get you to the floor yet, that's fine. Just like that. Bring it up. Okay? So simply step forward. Keep it nice. You're not tightrope walking. Okay? Just nice normal step up and straight down into it. Last one is a push-up. Push-ups, guys have push-ups. Guys inherently have more upper body strength than women. It is just a fact. And women will tell me they hate push-ups. So I asked them, well, which do you hate more, droopy boobs or push-ups? Okay, I don't know very many women who really like droopy boobs, so we'll go with the push-ups. And what I'm going to actually show you real fast is a modified push-up, because most of the time if you have a push-up, you know the form. So what you want to do is just don't do it on your knees. Put your hands here, roll it forward so that you're on the fronts of your thighs, 45 angle, and nose, nipple, navel all down at the same time and all up. So you don't want to be in a tabletop. You want to work here, work your pecs. So there you have it. 4 basic body weight exercises that you can do at home, minimal space, absolutely no equipment. You have no excuse not to be healthy.